Hi guys, sorry for the delay today, but the weather is getting nicer, so we are trying to be outside as much as possible because the sun is going up, for later and later. So it's nice, nice difference from winter time. The spring is coming, so yeah. Well, I hope you're with us already. So welcome, guys. Welcome, Mr. Orwash and Bartek, the devs manager, and I'm Mikołaj. Hi, guys.
Hey
Hi
everyone.
everyone,
So,
welcome to the 56th
yeah,
Devs and Hodlers meeting.
how did it come to this? That's the first question. How did it come to this? Well, first of all, obviously, if you're here, leave a thumbs up, and remember to be ready to follow all the Big Short Bet social medias. But why I'm asking how did it come to this is how did it come to this and this? These are just the two tweets from the Big Short Bets community. But when you go down to the comment section, it's getting wild in there. I mean, everyone is green, even though some guys are red. So this is how the Big Short Bets is working. And there are a few memes we wanted to show you. Obviously from Rafał Zaorski, who's making another, how to say it, attack. I don't know if it's a good word to put it. For Luna short, and there have been so many memes. Just look at this: Doc Juan, Solana, Luna, and all other stuff. You can see it all over here or over the Big Short Bets community just lately, and all of you are posting your screenshots from your Binance futures, how much you earned.
Exactly.
And this is how it works.
This shit is lit. Let me tell you something more about it, because before we jump straight to this, juicy section of what we're gonna speaking about in regards to the progress in project itself. This means this market, blockchain functionality, and so on. Because before the showcase, I wanna tell you something about the two cases. So Bartek, if you can mute yourself for a second, because I can hear your keyboard. So so basically two stuff that I want to share with you guys, because I'm lit. I'm fucking lit. This is awesome. This is really good shit. The one stuff is that we are breached the 10,000 followers on Twitter. It's all organic, eco, vegan, whatever you call it. Right now
it's already almost 13,000. Let me refresh it.
Exactly, it's 12/7, and I think we had nine point something followers. So during only this week, there were only almost 3,000 followers. So this is a huge. So this is like 30 something percent. This happened. So when I checked the Twitter analytics, we had our posts are getting really solid organic reach. We are talking about 200,000. So yeah, 200K of impressions. So this means that 200,000 people saw the post. Actually, the first post is this one that you see right now in regards that we are shorting. I'm gonna talk about it, but in a second. And the second was about the waves. So
yes,
jumping straight to following this topic. So we had a great reach, and this because we also kind of like organized in really organic way, something like in the essence that Big Short Bets is about. Because what I found. Imagine this: I was laying on the Sunday, and I was doing some research, blockchain research, to see if there's any good project to short on. And suddenly, the waves appears. This one is the same ecosystem that has similar. It also has algorithmic stablecoin, so it is the same mechanism that we know from the Luna short and so on. And there was a massive DPEG on this stablecoin. We are talking about 70 cents on the dollar, something like that. It was like massive, massive bank run. People starting, and basically what it is, there was a lot of stuff, including on the ecosystem, that the mechanisms that were even worse that are in Luna. So we are decided to take a chance, organize it, make some, make some cool memes,
Make
some cool
some
communication,
noise,
and
obviously.
yeah, make some noise. And we decided to share with you guys. And as we can see, these are, as you can see right now, all the people that share with you that jump straight to our action, because we were pretty sure that it's gonna be a short material, because the stable, they stable was depegging. People were panicking, so they decided to sell everything and so on. And as we know from this kind of mechanism, if you have algorithmic stablecoin that being minted from the another token that has some liquidity and that has some liquidity on the exchanges and so on. Usually the bank run causes a depeg. The price of the stable coin supposedly to have $1, it is decreasing due to heavy selling pressure. This is something that Luna also have, but in terms of the waves, the difference is that the waves doesn't have the depeg mechanism, and the $1 value is hard coded into the code. So this is something this is the weak points. There's many red flags, many weak points. That's why we decided to organize some good, solid, juicy short action. And this is something that we managed to do together with you guys. So this is really awesome. I'm really proud of that, because many people jumped in. There was a huge reach in the social media and so on, and we managed to make some good shorts. And as far as I can see, that people got some really solid gains on leverage positional short. And I think this is something that Big Short Bets really is about, and this is something that we're gonna be organizing more time soon, especially when the market situation is convenient, and the sentiment is something that you can work on, because there's not always the short is always good, but there is not always the time for that. So yeah, we organized a pretty good short together with Rafał Zaorski, and we made it public. We made it some good organic reaches on that. And yeah, I'm looking forward for the next action, because this was pretty cool. And surely there's gonna be another strike. So if you miss out, there's gonna be info on the Big Short Bets platform for sure. So if you wanna join this kind of actions and know some more about it, you have to join our platform, jump on it, see what's in there, because there is much more stuff on the platform regarding the possible shorts and materials and so on. Also insights from the market, from the industries, because there's many people that working directly in the industries, and they have many information about the situation on the market. It's the first-hand information. And we have people working on the ships. We have people working in a steel sector that they have direct insights on what the steel prices are, and what's the current situation on the market. Is there any steel shortages and so on? There are many first-hand information vendors on the platform, many good stuff there. So if you are not on our platform, I highly encourage you to join us and to see what's really going on, because I think it's really worth. It's free. Although you have to have, this is a Web3 platform, and we are aiming for the full anonymity, and basically we don't collect any information. So the only thing during the registration process is your Ethereum wallet address. And once you connect your wallet, there will be few steps to connect it. You will have to correct me if I'm wrong, Bartek, but at the first time there is a few
Yes,
transactions
yes,
you have
yes,
to make on the
yes.
MetaMask. There is one regarding
That,
the
yeah, let me
yes.
just quickly just describe that, because we are mainly focusing to make sure that you are secure and everything is on your hands. I mean, your data, your everything that it's on the platform. We are not and we don't have access to anything that you will create. So there is few steps in the first login process. It means that we are generating the inside our application the special keys, which you will secure to with your MetaMask wallet. It means that as long you only have access to your MetaMask wallet, it means you would only have access to the things on our platform.
Yes.
But to achieve that, you need to make a little bit longer login process in the first time, and then every time it's just a one sign. It's more like I don't know, 3-4 seconds, and you're in the platform, right? But of course, in the first step is the most important step, and it's you need to read it carefully and make sure that everything is going with the instructions in the MetaMask. But if you achieve that, then everything should be fine, and you will be secured, and you will be owner of the data in application.
Exactly. So if you log in first time, the first step is generating your private keys. But this is your private keys in regarding to the access to the platform, because everything is secured and we don't store any data. And the second is actual registration, that you're registering your profile using the Ethereum wallet
Using your
address,
wallet, yeah.
and then you just connect to the platform and it's all set. After, if you connect the next time, you just click connect and you
just log it through your wallet.
you just confirm it in the MetaMask as a transaction. If you look closely, we are not gathering any data. We are not trying to get any funds from you or anything. It's just for your personal use that you are allowing to read your wallet address, and this is needed because the platform needs to see which user is actually logging in, so which profile should be activated within this wallet. So I highly encourage you to join our platform, because there's a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff for the trading purpose, a lot of information, very useful, that you can find it. So jump straight on it. Don't wait any longer.
Yeah, there are many people going every day, because it's almost 3,000 active accounts. So just as Mr. Orwars said, it's not only the guys here on Twitter who are all excited about the shorts, but if you want to be heads up, even before the guys on Twitter, which is tremendously a lot of you guys here on Twitter with us, but here on the platform, this is where you're gonna have a first heads up before anyone else in the Web 2.0, mostly saying like the old social medias. Even though Elon Musk is now within the Twitter space, in the he bought like 9% or over, but here we have a freedom of speech, freedom of anonymity, and well, the guys behind the scenes are doing it mostly for you. And this is where you're gonna find the most juicy info, not on the Twitter.
Yeah, it's correct. It's worth to mention that everything what we just share on the Twitter and anything, everything that always starts with the platform, right? So this is something we just come up based on your activity on the platform, right? So there is something, and there is a lot of smart things, and there is things used to just realize. So yeah, I don't have it. There is better.
There is also important to mention that we are building also Android app. Unfortunately, we are not having the iOS app, but Android app is ready, is available for download. So if you jump on a BigShortBets Twitter, the first pinned post, you have a QR code and direct link to download the application from our GitHub. Let me just, if you don't have this link, I will share with you right now. You have to download the file on your phone. Exactly, or scan the QR code on the screen.
I can see that Citral is on the chat, so Citral is the person who stands behind the application. So
yeah, exactly. So we have this app. So we are constantly upgrading it. There's almost all features available right now on the main desktop app. Is also available on the Android app, Android version, and this is something cool because the app connects directly to the Tornet without using third-party apps. This is very an innovative feature because normally when while using, because our platform is on Tor, it's worth mentioning. If you don't know, if you are new here, our platform based on Tor to provide full anonymity and encryption and everything. And so to get access to the platform, our Android app needed also connect to the Tor network. And to do that, firstly, we were using an Orbit app, so there's a third-party app. There's a lot of problem with that, and so on. So we say, just fuck it. We're gonna play it cool, and we're gonna make our own code to integrate into the application itself to make sure that we don't need those third-party apps. And voila, our magician Citral together with the Android dev team. The Android dev team, they managed to integrate the Tornet connection directly into the app, and we are actually pretty much pioneers. I don't know there's much apps connecting directly to Tor, if there are any.
It's few of them, but it's quite hard to achieve, and we never asked for help. We did it in our own. So yeah, I'm proud of that, and every congrats to the team. So yeah, as well, Citra just mentioned in the chat for you guys, the heads up, and like always, Inside Info update is coming soon. The huge update for groups and for many things interesting on Android, it's coming. So yeah, you are the first who heard about it, but just keep it in your.
Keep it for yourself for now.
yeah, exactly.
But this is what you get, not only joining the platform of the Big Short Bet, but also joining us here on the live stream. This is where you get all the leaks from these guys above my head.
Exactly.
We are insiders for Big Short Bets, right? So
yeah, exactly. So this is all of what I prepared for you guys. I'm really proud of it that we are organizing, making some really cool stuff, and we can see it on the social media because the reach is getting higher and higher, and that's pretty cool. And I see that you guys really like memes, communicating with memes, because this one get a lot of likes on the social media, so that's cool because I'm pretty good at memes, I think. But so yeah, so Bartek, what we have today regarding
so let's start with the thing that is coming. So first of all, today we will show you how we are opening positions on the market, that it's running on a blockchain through the smart contract that we prepared. It still won't be available for you. We just cut it down to the two parts. The first part will be explaining once again the technical side of the market today, show you the plans and so on. Christian is today with us. I'm afraid that it's too dark in the basement, Christian's basement, so he won't be able to show his face, but I hope the voice will be enough. But if we look on that, we will open with you the position explain, because it's a little bit different than normal process that you have on the markets that you know. And in the next week, we will show you how the positions is closed and how the partial closing positions works. And it will be why we split in that, because we just realized that when we just throwing you too many functions, complicated innovative functions in the one live, you just have a lot of questions on the Telegram. So let's just wait that we will discuss only about the opening, the communication between application, the second layer, the smart contract itself today. And then if there will be any questions on Telegram or maybe to chat, we will address them, and then we will move forward to the next thing next week. And this is the plan, right? So Christian, floor is yours. And yeah.
Sure. Hello, guys. Let me share my screen.
Sure.
It sounds like a basement, right?
A voice from the deeper side of something.
Right. Lots of echo in my cave. I need to use two browsers to show you the whole process of buying, selling, and making a contract on our blockchain. So first, let's try to make an order. The view of the market you already know well, except a few minor changes. I will go through them a little bit later. But first, let's start with doing something basic, the most basic operation. Let's try to make some buy order. All orders on our market are limit orders. We don't have market orders. That's why I'm able and I have to provide a price for which I would like to buy an instrument, in this case Ethereum. Let's say I'm a little bit greedy and provide a price that is lower than the current price of the instrument. Now what should happen when I press the buy button is MetaMask popping up. That already can tell you.
Sorry, Christian, I just will step in the first for a second. Guys, no worries, this is not the true tokens. We are just using the test tokens. This is our test net. So don't worry, we don't use the real tokens. So yeah, I just want to say that this is the this is the sidechain testing sidechain bigshortbets. So no worries about the BIGSB. This is just a this is just a placeholder, right? So it means that it's not real tokens. So I want to just make this statement right now because I know that sometimes you just ask me why we are using the real tokens to the testing. No, this is just a testing token on testing net. There is no connection between those test placeholder tokens with the real tokens. And sorry, Christian, but I need to mention that. Go on.
Sure, of course. No worries. At least at our test network, I can feel like a whale, and you spoiled it all. But that's okay. Let's follow through. So the first MetaMask screen that you will get, this one, it says transfer. I'm not sure how MetaMask is working. You can see that half of the fields are translated from English to Polish and half are still in English. I try to make it English for all of you guys, but something is not quite working in MetaMask with translations still. So first step, what it is. This is just a transfer from my wallet onto some contract. The process of making an order is divided into two steps. The first step is setting tokens to the contract, and after providing our tokens, there's a second step that is required to confirm our order, which I will do just now by confirming it. And as you might notice, gas fees are always zero on our sidechain. That's the benefit of using sidechain instead of performing all this operation on the mainnet. Once I confirm it, I need to wait a little bit until our sidechain processes this operation. As you can see, it's pretty quick, much quicker than on major blockchains like Bitcoin or Ethereum. And that's it, the order was placed. What I just need to do is refresh the orders tab, and voila, the order that I just did a few seconds ago, already there. Now let's see how does being on the other side of the transaction looks like. From another wallet, I will try to create a sell order that will match the order that we just did for buying. So let me set the exact same price. And now perhaps there is an opportunity to explain another field that is just below the price. Max deposit to contract. When I was performing buy operation, I was depositing the exact same amount of tokens as the expected price for which I would like to buy tokens. Now with the sell side, there's this neat trick that, because as you've noticed, the process of making an order is a little bit slower than compared to traditional markets where pressing a buy button on some market maker application takes a fraction of a second. In our system, since there's blockchain confirmations and yada yada yada, it takes at least a few seconds. So there's a chance that there will be slippage of the price. Now, when it comes to making buy limit order, you can just wait patiently until your price is there. But with sell order, there's a chance that price went into your favor. So for example, you wish you would like to sell for 3,200, but it might be the case that the price is already 3,300 before the order reaches the blockchain. So what you can do is actually deposit a little bit more than your intended price, and there's a chance that you will actually get the order match for this better price. Or if you just get matched with the price that you intended to, then there's a chance to withdraw the excess tokens that you transferred. So yeah, price is 3,200, 3,300 maximum deposit. Now, when I'm transferring BIGSB to the contract, max deposit amount is being used instead of price. And this time something went wrong. Let me try once again. Okay, now it looks good. Second stage, interaction with the contract, which actually executes a method in the contract that creates the order. And voila.
We have position. Yeah. And we have a position. Yeah, great.
And position appeared. So that's the basic flow that I was already able to present you. There's more way to interact with the market, with the contract. Like for example, closing the order. There's one feature that we work on right now. I was making the most simple order when the quantity is just one contract. However, closing will enable you to, for example, close partially, make a bigger order for tens, thousands of contracts and then close them partially. And the current version that I'm working on has it still not working yet. So
yeah.
let me quit the presentation here and pass my voice to Bartek so he can explain you all these things that I've just shown you from more business perspective rather than technical perspective.
So let's just sum up quickly what's happened here, right? Because it's more different, I mean, quite slightly different than you just expected, right? So first of all, like we said in the past, and the assumptions that you need to make on about, and help me just show that on the screen, Christian, is that the positions, they are isolated. It means that you need to put tokens in our place in the first market that we will create. It will be USDC, because everything will be listed to the USDC. You need to send the amount that you want to use to make a position. So this is why it's taking tokens from your wallet to the address, right? Right now you can have a question why we are doing that, because it's a peer-to-peer market. So it means that your opponent, let's say like that, you know, the person that you will have position with you, need to have the 100% sure that the tokens that you will provide to the position, they are already in the market, right? So it cannot be only the promise. You need to put, you know, money on the table and say, I'm waiting for my opponent, right? If the opponent will appears, then the positions will be created with your isolated positions, right? This is one thing. Second thing is that you are sending tokens to the smart contract and you're asking contract to find you opponent. And this is the second layer that we have. Of course, some of the methods will on a contract will be public. So some of the actions that we just show you, you will be able to execute directly on the contract. But of course, not all of you are the tech guys, right? You don't know how to use the methods and everything like that. Maybe you don't realize what it means that it's method in a contract, right? But we want to just, this is why we create the second layer. It's something that you'll visible here, right? The third field that it's called max deposit to the contract, it's more likely not for slippage. I mean, slippage is one of the reasons that you know that there could be a slippage in them, because there is, let's say, a lot of transactions going. But it's more like, let's just quickly explain the engine, how it's working, how it's looking for people for positions for you, right? So when you're opening the position, you are telling the system that you're looking for specific direction position and the best price that it could be, right? So for long is quite easy, right? If I want to open a long position on a 3,000, so I want to open position on 3,000 on less, right? And the lower I buy, the better for me, right? So it means that system is looking for everything that is from 3,000 or less, right? But with the shorts, it's a problem, right? Because if we are telling the assumption, if we have an assumption that you need to, reserve for position the money, so it means that it's isolated, so you need to put your money on the table. When you are looking for best short, there is no guarantee that the short will be matched for your money, right? So for example, I want to short from 3,000, right? It means that I want to sell it for 3,000 or higher, right? The higher I will sell, the better for me, right? But if you sell for 3,500, it means that you need to put 3,500 on the table, right? So there is 500 less if you only put 3,000. So this is what it's called. It's called that you want to open the short on price 300 to 3,200 or higher, but no higher than the max deposit to the contract. So it means that I cannot open, in this case that you have on the screen that is showing the right now on the market, this section with the quantity, it means to the system that I want to have a short position on 3,200 or higher, but not higher than 4,428 and 68 cents. It means that if there will be short, the order waiting for me, the long order, right, on the 6,500, the system won't be able to match me because I don't have enough. I don't put enough money to create this position, right? There is some USDC left, not enough to create this position. So this is why we have this field, right? I know it's quite complicated, but we will have with the C-trial a very good idea. There will be you maybe know that all the products on tech. The IT project, they have something like Wiki, the Wiki look like Wikipedia pages where you have
docs.
all the functions, the docs. Exactly, we are working on the docs for BigShortBets. There will be everything with the text, with the screens, with the manuals for the users. We will be showing you step by steps in the future as well with I hope with our marketing team we will be able to add there some video instructions, but everything will be there and it will be visible and easy to access. So this is what I have for you today, right? Like I said, let's just stop here because I want to see your feedback, realize what is complicated, what we should include, and what we should include our docs, and as well what we should maybe explain further or share more details. So this is the one thing. The next week we will show you how it works in the closing, because as well is similar to this process like always, but still I want to split it that, and as well I think there will be as well the option to show you how it's connected with the bridge. So how market is using the bridge function, where is the point of contact of those two functionalities, but we will see. But let's just focus on that. So any questions about the opening positions of the market, about the smart contract itself, why we are doing in this way, or what the transactions means, what you were able to see on the screen during Christian's presentation.
Yeah, so guys, if you have any questions, this is the time to ask it. I had one question before in the chat. So could you tell us more about the coin we will use in the market and when we can see some material to read more about it? So basically, if you will scroll some back on the YouTube, I think we are.
Yeah, so quickly just say that. So mainly all.
Are you hearing, guys? Do you hear as well? Because I see on the YouTube there are some problems. There are some stuttering and lags. But okay, I see that this worked perfectly now. So if you scroll back to some devs and holders meeting, I don't know exactly which one, but you can see on the topic that we are speaking about the BIGSB, the small BIGSB, the working token that will be used on the platform, and we covered that. I think pretty much everything. But speaking of the date isn't announced yet. We are currently working on it, and obviously, if we have this information, will be posted in our social media and our communication channels on Telegram and everywhere. So yeah, you can expect that in the following weeks there will be some information regarding that.
Yeah, exactly. So let's just quickly just go. So there will be something like called fees, right? Of course, not the blockchain, the net. I mean the network fee that you know from. It's called gas, for example, from mainnet from Ethereum, right? No, nothing like that. There will be the cost of opening a new position on the market, right? The order of the market. So it means that if you have USDC and you want to open the position for $1,000, right? The $1.5 you need to add to the transaction for fee for this position, right? The option, this is the one of the fee options to pay the fee, and it will depend on how many BIGSB tokens you have, and if you the more tokens you have, the transaction fee will be lower, right? As well, like was just mentioned, there will be the BIGSB token. It means that this is a token that is minted based on your number of the tokens. It's calculated by your amount of the tokens divided by the days in a year, and this is the amount that you will receive every day, right? And it means that you will mint and you create the separate token that is on a different network. We are still we don't want to announce what network will be, but it will be cheaper network than Ethereum, and this token will be used as a let's say currency in our platform. So you will be able to use that for transactions. You will be able to use that for paying debates and so on and so on. Why we changed this approach like that? Because I once again in shortly just explain, because you have everything in our previous DEVS and HODLERS meeting.
Yes.
This is because we just realized that the BIGSB tokens, they are I mean, they are so valuable and they are on a network that it's so expensive that you want to just give you the option to only hodl them and nothing more to do with them, right? And we will provide you all the tools that will help you to use this value without touching them, right? And this is our goal.
Okay.
And yeah, something like that.
Exactly. So it is also worth to mention that this mechanics, so every BIGSB, the normal token that is currently listed on the Uniswap and Hotbit, this token, if you are a hodler, each hodler works as a central bank for minting and creating those BIGSB tokens, and in those tokens will be minted in 1-to-1 ratio through the 1 year. So like Bartek said, each day you will mint basically the 365 part of those tokens, and yeah, so it's gonna work like this. And yeah, so I'm looking forward for this feature because I'm personally also a BIGSB token holder. I bought it like everyone else, and I cannot wait to see this feature up and running. So
there's also, and the second question follow up from the same person, right? When can we read about the market? Like I said, we are provide you the docs page for bigshortbets. It will be part of the release that we will have with the market. So when market will be ready, and we'll announce that it's ready to use for you, the documentation will be published to the public, and everything will be available for you, right? Right now we are still working on that. The day is short, and yeah, but I think that everything will be together with the market, right? So this is our promise.
Yeah, the day is short.
Yeah, exactly. So there's another question about the Luna shorts. So right now I think we are in position, but more information you can find on the Rafał Zaorski profile. But yeah, we are basically in shorts right now, but I don't know how long it will last. We will see how the market behaves, and so yeah. There's another question: do we get daily, monthly report from trading on mail like we have it on the other markets? Unfortunately, I don't know if we will able to do that on mail. But this feature is also planned. We have it on the list, but this is something that we're gonna develop in a later on it is not really needed right now, but all the statements and everything will be available on the app itself, so you will have access to that.
Exactly. I mean, I don't want to use emails because it's creating the option to connect your account with your email. So it's calling that there is some part of vulnerability to your anonymity. But the better way is that we will allow you to export those data, maybe in a CSV file, something like that. And then you can, I don't know, make any analytics on that or use this data in the outside application. But exporting the data is something that we can do, and we will we'll think about it. Very good idea. But the sending reports on the email, I don't think so. It will be something that we want to achieve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think so that we don't want to do it, right?
There is a price for everything. You can't have anonymity and then just give up your email, and this is how I understand it, at least.
Yeah, we don't want to stir any of your data, right? And if anything what we know about you is you're just a public address on the MetaMask wallet, right? And maybe login if you use that on the platform. Nothing more. There is no password, there is no email, there is nothing, right? And we want to stay with that. We don't want to start any data of you, and we don't want your data, right? This is not the point of this project.
Yeah, exactly.
If you want to share the data, you always can you create a profile on Facebook. They will, with the pleasure, will take your data, but it's not this platform.
Exactly.
You're in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah. Because we are
So
kidding,
yeah,
right?
I run a short poll in the chat. So we will use the public methods directly on the smart contract. So most people say yes.
Yeah.
Some people say I don't know, and only 8% say no. So yeah, there are people who are gonna use it. So guys, do you have any more questions?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so guys, do you have any more questions to the dev team, or maybe Dwayne? Can you say something about creating liquidity? So Bartek.
Yeah, so the creating liquidity, I don't know what you're asking. If you're asking that directly team will be responsible for liquidity, I will say no, right? This is the market for you. But if you will say that there is anybody that will create this liquidity, I can say yes, because there is a lot of people they are working for this market. They are as well the hodlers and the big ways of our project. And they are looking forward to just put their money and create a liquidity on the markets that they're looking for. Like, for example, Nasdaq or S&P 500 or anything like that. So yeah, there will be, and that's why it will be in your hands, right? We don't want to be part of that. We are giving you the tool, but if the tool will have the liquidity, it depends on the community, right? So
exactly. So in the way.
But if you're asking about if you want, I mean, there is any option to provide liquidity by you, of course, by creating the order positions on the market and creating the market depth on both sides, like for longs and the short positions, right? So if you will open the limit orders on the market, this is your liquidity on the market, right? You are creating the liquidity, the depth of the market, the volume of the transactions and the money put in the market. So this is how you provide this, right? We don't want to be involved as a team to that. You will have all the tools that you need to be the provider of the liquidity, right? But you need to just come up with your own head how you want to do it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So this is different approach that you regularly see, because normally on the blockchain based exchanges you have this liquidity pools that allow you to provide the liquidity and some liquidity pool tokens and so on, and then sell it as a reward. And what we propose is, yes, we are building the exchange in the decentralized way directly on the blockchain. But the main difference is that we are not taking this approach of the liquidity pools, but rather we are implementing the idea of the market depth. It's something that you see normally on the centralized exchanges. They don't have liquidity pools. They have the market depth with open orders on it. and market makers. So this is something that we are gonna do. So we can say that the liquidity on the platform will be the market depth of the orders that are currently running
But
and open.
yeah, this is opening the
some,
very, very good opportunity for you as a trader, as a person who affords to create a liquidity, because you can imagine that, for example, one of the sides of the transactions is not effective enough to create the same price of the thing on our market that you have in a real, for example, instrument, right? For example, you have if you have, for example, any, I don't know, any index that you will have normally on any other exchanges, and it will be listed as well on our market, and there will be difference in the price. It means that one of the sites is not enough depth for creating the market stability to the price. So this is the opportunity for you, because you can just correct this price by selling or buying to the price, because if there is below the price, the real price, right, then you can buy and just get the money based on that, or just short it if there is too high than normally is, right? So this is something that you cannot achieve on a Uniswap, right? Uniswap has a liquidity pools, right, always said, and everybody, they are equal there, and there is nothing like you know, the efficiency of the market here, right? You are everything what you put, you're putting out. This is just a simple equation, but it's not efficient in with all the situations, right? You cannot use that as a trader, because, for example, you cannot say on a Uniswap that I am ready to take a risk of providing the liquidity of one side, because I'm believing that I need to do it, because it's not, you know, there is not enough depth for this side, right? On the market, on the Uniswap, you don't have two options like that, but on our market will be, right? If you just realize that there's, I don't know, for example, $100,000 on the one side, but on the other side, or for example for short, you only have open waiting open positions for 10,000. You can imagine that only putting 10,000, for example, dollars, you'll push so high price that it's, you know, in something emergence, right? So you can realize that, okay, so if I put myself high, I can catch all them in a position that will be profitable for me, and this is what we want to achieve, right?
Yeah, exactly. And adding to that also, this is something that Rafał Zaorski is working on, that to bring, we already have some people or funds or any big players well that declared participation on the market. But the thing is that so we're gonna the market itself will work in a decentralized autonomous organization sense. So the participants will have the chance to vote and add new pairs to the listing, and those pairs will be the synthetic assets and the duplicates of those on the real market. So we are talking about some synthetic Nasdaq, synthetic I don't know, gold, synthetic, I don't know,
on the price.
GameStop. Yeah, there will be some bets. Those will be the bets on the price. This is something that the futures are based on, because we are not offer solid, I don't know, shares or anything. There will be just the futures thing, and so those will be kind of, you will be able to trade it using the cryptocurrencies, the stable coins, and you know, this creates, the whole market creates an arbitrage opportunity, because there will be those conventional markets where you can trade those assets, and there also be our BigShortbets market, which you will trade the same assets in a synthetic, but those will be just synthetic assets, and these all will be traded with the cryptocurrency. So you have this situation that we have both the similar markets, the conventional and the BigShortbets one, and this create arbitrage opportunity. So and there will be possible, and I highly encourage you to do that. That you can sit on the both sides, on this conventional market and on the BigShortbets, and you can just perform an arbitrage between them to also regulate the price and also to provide the liquidity. This means providing the market depth for the transaction, so you can earn I would say double, because on one hand you can earn on your trades, on your positions that you will be, on the long or short. And the second thing, you can perform the arbitrage, because it will be difference in the price. There will be the spread between the conventional markets and our markets. And the arbitrators will somehow they will compete with each other. The spread will be decreasing, because if someone offer you a better price for your position, this position will be matched with the BigShortBets engine. And if you want to perform an arbitrage, you want to fill your position. So if there will be more and more arbitrators, they're gonna compete with each other. It's on the spread, and it will be lower. But although this spread will be, because this spread will be the price, for example, that you pay for using the market and trading using cryptocurrencies. This is but this is something incentive that has to be to create this really cool opportunity for arbitrators that will also provide and that are needed to create this market depth and create big liquidity on the position. So I hope I clear
Yes.
some stuff here. So this
We
is how
say
we look like.
we said this 2 times in a different way, so I hope it will be clear. And
Yeah. And of
Yes.
course, everyone are equal. So every one of you don't
yes,
have to be, any one exceptional, have some, big hodler, and every one of you will have the possibility to be this arbitrator and to do this stuff and earn
yeah,
basically free money.
thank you, Orosh, to
Not-
mention that. You need to remember that. Maybe you don't realize that, but you do you ask yourself why all the biggest players on the market they are have a headquarters next to the, for example, exchange that they are trading off, because they are asking the markets to create them the separate input, the cable, to have a faster connection to the transaction than you. So this is why they are going in the first place in the order books to execute the transactions. They are asking for better listing on an order book. It means that they are going before your transactions. For example, big banks, they have options like that in the many brokers. You won't be able to find something like that in our market, right? No matter how many tokens you have, if you will be on the market and algorithm will pick you to the transactions, then your position will be created, no matter if you have 2 BIGSB or 200,000 BIGSB, right? So for this, I'm quite happy that you will be equal. You will have equal access to the market, right? Because right now, if you look on the world and the trends that we have, the bigger you are, the faster your positions will be executed, right? And this is something that it's aiming to us as a small retail traders, right?
Yes, someone like yesterday or today asked on the Telegram chat, how many BIGSB tokens should I have to go around the website and just do well? And I think I said, you just keep as as much as you need to feel like a whale. That's all you need.
Yeah.
It's everything
Yeah,
is in your head.
Listen, to be honest, if I will be, I am with the project from the first pre-sale. I bought my tokens like everyone else on the first pre-sale, and the only thing I regret right now that I didn't bought more,
Yeah.
because we are kind of insiders. We don't know what's going on and what possibly will happen. And I'm telling you that with this tokenomics that we have right now, the fact that we don't have any airdrop, there is no selling pressure. Nobody really
There is no tokens for
had
team.
Yeah, no tokens for team. There were no tokens for team like in any other project. So all of the people that got the tokens actually paid for them, and they are really keen and willing to hodl them. Just this, and this creates something that there is no really selling pressure. And Rafael told me to not speak about it, and I will
Oh, there
not
you
speak
go.
about the
Drop it,
price
drop it, drop it,
because I
drop.
okay. So, but no, because I can't speak about the price on this devs and hodlers meeting. So I don't want to speak a price. But if you look at the chart, you can see how there is no really selling pressure. That people are buying and people are willing to hold this token. This creates some really cool opportunity for those hodlers. And I really don't show the price. Don't show the price. The price is that we don't care about. No. You have to choose the USDC chart actually. So if you're gonna look,
Oh, yeah.
there is So if you scroll down on our
No,
main
no,
page,
this,
the Big Short Bets page. No, we have to
Oh,
show it.
there
We
you
have to
go.
show it. No, on the Big Short Bets page. If you on the Big Short Bets, if you scroll down, you're gonna see that there is a chart BIGSB USDC
There you go
higher
at the
on the,
Uniswap. There you go.
on the table. The first one
That's one.
with the USDC. Yeah, if you click this dev tool near the no, if you go down, scroll down a second. Miko, I scroll down a
No, it's
second.
okay. Okay, what you
Okay,
need?
more about the token, right?
in the table you have BIGSB USDC pair and you have
Yes.
Dex Tools logo. If you click the Dex Tools logo, there will be chart popping up, and you can see that the chart is going. There is no selling pressure. We are going up. That's it. If you go, you have to choose to 12 hours. 12 hours.
There you go.
This is something. Yeah, this is something that we are going basically. This is something that's gonna pop, and just turn it off. Turn it off because I can't speak about it. Like we don't care about the price.
Yeah,
We not
exactly.
trying to. We are not trying to flash you with that our token is gaining and everything, but. This is something that we
We are
together with
giving you a
Rafał
value,
Zaorski.
right? We are
Yeah,
giving you a value. We are giving you a tool,
exactly.
but the price will be just let's say the some side product of our work, right? And that's all.
Exactly. So, guys, do you have any more questions? Because we are well above our
Yeah,
time that we usually covers everything. Because this is supposed to be 1 hour meeting, and
Yeah, but
yeah.
you
So
know
there are more. There.
the sun is still up. It was just something we had to do because we had to wait a little before our start. But this is it. It's still sunny and shining. Well, I mean, not still. It's already shining. In here in Europe, the sun is going up for longer now. So if you have some questions, let us know. If don't, I'm gonna use this opportunity for a short kind of a break that you obviously can find on all the links in the description below, but also you can find all of them at the bigshortbets.com to join our Telegram channels, both in Polish and English. Obviously, all the Twitter pages right here, including the support pages such as the Big Short Bets News, the Big Short Bets family. And obviously, go ahead. If you're not there yet, you might be number 3000 here because it's 29.96 already, 29.97. So free to go, and there will be 3000 active accounts as of today. So
Exactly.
it's growing.
If you have
really
any
nice.
question, you can always ask them in our Telegram chat. We are pretty active there,
Yeah.
and we can directly. If you need any help or anything,
I can do it
we are there
anytime.
for you. And yeah, we can always direct you to the guys that know more than I or some. So usually it's Morgar and Citral. So these are our both. They know their shit basically. So
Yeah.
I always direct people to them.
Obviously. So sure, if you have
but
some questions, you can leave them for later. No pressure.
yeah, exactly. We are here every week for you. So if you want to think about it more in details, you want to watch this once again, and then we will be here always every week for your questions and for your time.
Sure, amazing. Thank you so much, guys. And if you need any more information, you can easily find them. Citral is saying, I know my shit as well. That's good. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for coming. And we see you, as always, Thursday, 6 p.m. Central Europe time. So yeah, we'll try not to be late anytime next week. But you know, the sun is up for later and later. So that's good. We hope you enjoyed, and we see you next week, guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.